Hi there. It's more likely time for me to get ganked rather than gank. Um, it might be possible, but more likely not. I'm only level 35 here, and that should be the minimum. Yes, wrong. Definitely wrong universe. Let's see if it will let me go to the battlegrounds, because if it won't, that'll be an awfully short broadcast. Nope, I'm in Cathal Valley. Cathal Valley? Oh, they've switched them all around. So this is Molvik, but it's actually the Cathal Valley map? Oh, bizarre. Okay. Okay, I can adapt. You'll be glad to know you're not showing on my new bot here, bot detector, bot finder yet, but it should show you soon. I think it must be on a 5-minute timer. Let's see who's here. Who? Cathal. Me. I'm the only hib here, it looks like. Okay, and I don't know if those quests are here. I don't think they are. One of these dudes over here. Oh, sorry, yes. Boom. There. There was. It was just in a tiny little window. Okay, so they are not giving us the quests that the original game gave us, it looks like. I mean, I'll talk to the Master Ranger and see what he says. Why there's two of those, I don't know. Friendly towards you and as a realm guard, that's it. Okay. So what they've done on this server is screw everything up by changing the maps around. And that makes me wonder if they've changed the mobs or just simply wiped them out. Because if there's no mobs here, there's no way for me to level here. And then it's just purely a... Okay, now it's showing you, me and you as viewers, and then Nightbot and the owned bot. That's cool. Hibernia Outlaw, aggressive towards me. Oh, good. There's stuff I can hear. I can hunt here. If I can remember how, you know. They recently nerfed archery, unfortunately. So I'm making an archer, of course. And they wiped 9% off the damage for archers in quick strike here. We'll try a yellow again. There was another one here, I think, right there. No, they're orange. Okay. Oh, I'm being an idiot. Nothing new. I forgot I have buffs. I will put myself bottom left so I'm over top of the chat and you can see the map for what it's worth there. Here, I'll drag the map down a little because... So this is a map of the zone I'm in. There's the Hibernian Keep down here in the bottom corner and I am that little pink figure there. Then you work your way up through this valley here and then you hit the mile wall. And then it's open PvP zone all the way through here. And then there's a mile wall for the Alps who get tons of space for some reason. And Midgard is up here and they get a ton of space. You can pass through the guard walls there or whatever, mile walls. We're going to back up some so we got more room. And see if we can hit from here. Yeah. Is it? It is dark, isn't it? Wow. I might as well give up on archery at that rate. Well, I did have other characters, if they've nerfed it too bad. Maybe these guys are just really tough. Yeah, you can't see a lot, can you? I could adjust the gamma quite a bit. This is... Yeah, with the addition of PvP, this is a zone for PvE leveling and PvP combat. So I'm right in front of my keep and there's NPC guards there, but when I wander out there, you're not getting any video image at all? How about if I switch over here? Or is it all just black? Oh, you can see the horizon here, but you just can't distinguish that there's a building here and grass and a path and everything? Let me try adjusting my NVIDIA control panel. Yeah, okay, so it's a matter of the light here. If I up the gamma slightly, that might help. That didn't help at all. That's strange. Oh, it's because it hasn't been applied, probably. No, that didn't do it either. Weird. Let me take a look at my camera here. Okay, is that any better? Okay. Well, I've started another fight here, so just a sec. Much better fight. Okay. I don't know what to say. I mean, I went into my camera and turned off the LUT that I'd applied. Yeah, that was probably me casting one of these spells. Oh, I can't use it for another 17 seconds. No? What do you think it is? Game layer has capacity turned down. No, there's... I mean, I want you to be able to see the screen, of course, but all of my game source comes through here. It has no filters on it. I will apply a filter. If I do a Luma key, no, what do we want? Chroma key? No, that's a green screen. Color correction. There, is that any better? Is that any better? It's very strange. Let me take a look at it on my own phone here. Well, that's turned up the gamma a tremendous amount on that one setting. I don't know if it set it on all of them. But I can go and do that if I need to. I'm just going to... Well, it's also daytime. That helps. I'm going to bring up the channel on my phone and just see how it looks. Just make sure I turn down the sound. But I can go and do that if I need to. I'm just going to... Well, it's also daytime. That helps. I'm going to bring up the channel on my phone and just see how it looks. How do I adjust the volume? Just make sure I turn down the sound. But I can go and do that if I need to. Okay, I'll just turn the volume off on the phone. It looks fine to me. I'll wait till it comes up as night. Yeah, no, I turned the phone off, volume off, because the video player in the game, or in the Twitch viewer doesn't permit you to actually adjust the volume. That is just pathetic damage. I mean, I know the mob's orange, but... Yeah, wow. Wow, they have seriously nerfed my archery damage here. I'll have to go try it on some blue mobs to make sure, but it's a huge reduction in damage. I should be doing probably over 200 at least anyway. And I am doing more like... Oh, 225 on that one. 138. See, I'm not even getting the mob down to half health. On the other hand, my melee damage is alright. Considering I'm a ranger, I'm supposed to be doing range damage, not be that good at melee. It's odd. I'm not ignoring the visibility problem that you had there, but because it's daylight, everything should be visible. It's certainly visible there on my phone. So what I'm going to do is see what happens when it gets dark again, but I've got no control over that. And then I should check here. That's bottom left. Still looks the same to me, so it looks like it should be applicable. Okay, let's try this guy. $215. Gotta like crit damage. Well, I can feel good about being able to do oranges. For you as a noob, oranges are more difficult than equal level characters. These are higher level characters than me. You've never played a game with levels like this. You've never gone through the leveling grind. Yes, we've got some clementines out in the kitchen. They are excellent. Now, are we getting anything of value here that we can use? Not particularly there. Oh. Piercing weapon, 10.2, 2 points. I could be upping that, too. Usable in left hand. Slash damage, no good. Elevated necklace is better. I don't think I can wear reinforced, no. Slash damage. Belt. Insightful, doesn't matter. Mighty, and a bracelet of no value. Mighty boots. I can definitely use the boots. Now, 332 phoenix eggs. And I don't think we're getting anything special for these guys. Branches of Hibernia. Hello, how you doing, Strength? I am surprised that they've switched this thing to run in Cathal Valley for Molvik. I don't know why. So I'm just testing everything out here. I know they just nerfed archers. So I'm sure noticing it because, well, I missed there. That helps. I'm hardly doing any damage. Yes, my bot is running. No, there are no seagulls. They seem to have left us. They've returned to Capistrano or something. And hello, Scribaldus. So, this has turned into a quest to find PvP, but I don't think that looks like anybody's doing it. It's like everybody leveled up to 50 on that last player event, and nobody's gotten back to Thidranki or here. I mean, there might be somebody out here. I've only gone like 100 yards. But there's no other Hibs here, and Hib is supposed to have a big population here, so I have to assume I probably got the zone to myself right now. Once I've hunted a few more of these, I'll go look for some other mobs. Have you? No gulls? Then they're doing it wrong. We can ship them some gulls. There, that hit for 207 and 81 somehow. And 127 and 105. I don't know why it's hitting twice. I mean, I suppose maybe both times the proc on my bow went off. Oh, well. Hopefully that's your particular signal right now and not my channel. It's not looking like it's not dropping any frames on my OBS according to it. And I haven't noticed it on my phone where I'm watching my own channel. Yeah, well, I'll work on becoming a partner. I only need to get an average of 72 more viewers. Right. These NPCs, they are not. They are Hibernian outlaws. They are aggressive towards me. Screw them. They're everywhere here. Right. Are those the only mobs on the Hibernian side? If so, this is going to be a very boring place to level. Now, actual Kevin said he wasn't seeing the video signal very well, so I've cranked the gamma on everything here. So hopefully you can see it, but please let me know if you can't see it either, if it looks really dark when it hits nighttime. Yeah, I know. You've said I had them before. Okay, the wide open lands of Cathal Valley. The only character I have really played heavily in Cathal Valley was on live, and that was my Valkyrie, and she positively owned the place. It was great. Oh, I know you did. It said it looks fine, but you were saying it was darker before, so I upped the gamma on stuff, but I'm not sure I'm going to leave it that way. I don't know what the cause of that was, but I'll see how it looks on the VOD later. Or tomorrow. See, this should be full of mobs, right? Oh, there is something here. Valley rats. Oh joy, oh bliss. Just what I wanted to do. Grow up, be a hero. Hunt giant rats. Okay, let us try a rat. Okay, 282 damage. Maybe those mobs are just tough. Oh, no buffs. Yeah. Yeah, giant murder rats. What did they give us for a drop? Anything? Oh, right, saw the belts. A rat tooth. Oh joy, oh bliss. Is anybody collecting them? Somebody is. Inglor in Cathal Valley. Minimum level 35, maximum 39. Right, so this is the thing to hunt. These things. Rats. Woot. That's on tab 3 of my inventory. Oh, Yellow Valley rat. $3.45. That's a bit better. Of course. For anybody who doesn't know what he's talking about No Man's Sky. Okay, so my latest little Node.js bot still has some problems, but it's identifying successfully that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 viewers here and 2 bots. And if I go compare that to the list, it shows the 2 bots and then the rest of the viewers. Cool. I've just got to change the way it displays stuff. Okay, face. Bow. Grid shot. Not very impressive damage. Not at all. My melee damage, on the other hand, is okay. It's certainly very quick. Although I take a lot of damage. Okay, good. I'm concerned with, well, I'm wearing ROG armor, mind you, so that probably doesn't help any. And my bow is just a regular bow. This one is... I can try switching bows and see how that does. Sharp. Oh, that's a short bow, sorry. I do not want a short bow. No. Good! Glad to hear that. Now, smite the hell out of them. 358, that's alright. Only gonna get the 2 shots, though. Oh, these are mobs that move fast. Okay, so we got 2 rat teeth. Well, if I can go this close and get a mob that I can get rewards for and nobody else is pulling them and there doesn't appear to be enemies around, then this actually works out quite well. It'll be a little dull, but, you know. I gotta go sell the stuff I've got there, but then find out what a rat tooth is worth. Actually, if I was going to be a proper smiter, I would have gone to Albion and rolled a cleric and then gone for the smiting spec, and you can zot people with lightning bolts from the heavens and stuff. Nobody wants a cleric like that in their group because you don't get a cleric for doing damage. You get a cleric to heal people, but they're fun to play. Okay, let's try that rat there and see if we can pull him a little further away. Okay, 369, that's good. Can't say it's great damage considering I'm buffed and everything else. I forget to... No, I got my points there. I got 35 archery and I am level 35. I'm on max archery. Can't go any higher than that. Can we shoot that far? Yes, we can. That'll help. 284. Oh, we got a new bot shows up on the list. Community Showcase. Easy peasy. Okay, I keep closing my inventory. Why am I doing that? Only 3 rat teeth. Woot. Sit for a sec. So the lucky thing is that they've gone, well, the clever thing is they've gone and taken these things that some of the mobs drop, and there's a NPC you can go to that'll give you a big reward and experience for them. So that's what I'm saving up. Well, of course, man. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't convinced me that I wanted to try No Man's Sky and that I wanted to try Twitch and that I should do that, and then help me with all my sound wiring 2 or 3 different times and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, of course you're a VIP. Okay, what about there? Base. Target is out of range. In range. You want to get the maximum range, particularly with a mob that moves pretty quick like this, so that you can get enough shots. No, you helped me immensely, man. I mean, this is a lot of fun. Yeah. I'll tell you, it's funny how quickly the bots arrive. I've now got 3 actual users showing and 5 bots. Now, one of them's my night bot. I invited that one. But then there's Commander Root, Community Showcase, Lurks, and Owned 3D. And I guess I invited Owned 3D by using their overlays. But I've been fascinated with the website that I found that lists all the known bots. And that's why I wrote this thing here, to try and track them. It was something like that. I think it was further than that. No, we want to go for a further rat. 1 rat too far. Not quite. That's what I should do, is start naming my streams after bad imitations of movie titles. 1 rat too far instead of a bridge too far. Did that give me a rat tooth? It did not. I'll go find out what the rat teeth are worth in a minute. That's doing better damage. I think they overdid their nerf. That gave me a rat tooth. Let's go find out what rat teeth are worth. But these were the rats I was looking for. I just didn't know it. Besides which, I was thinking movie titles, not lines from movies. But then I got to think of movie titles, and I can't do that on the spot. We knew somebody that had rats. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was Bev and Al or not, but I think they did. Fistful of rats, yes. The Rats of Khan. Okay. So now these have to go to a person. And that person is named Inglor. And they'll probably be right inside the castle because all of these NPCs are aggressive to me, right? Or is this... Yep, they're aggressive to me. How about you? She's aggressive to me. I wonder if there's faction I have to get with these people over time. Or something. Or one cuckoo over the rat's nest, but yes. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. One flew over the rat's nest. Yes. Jonathan Livingston Rat. That was a terrible movie. Really awful. Come on, Inglor. Let me find you. They do indeed. Okay. Let me in. Let me in. Inglor, you bastard. Where are you? Not there. Not there. Not there. Inside? Or maybe I have to get faction with the thing first. Or something stupid. Any NPC here? No. Well, I'm no Neil Diamond fan, so that wouldn't have upset me all that much, but it might have upset him, I know. Come on, you gotta have invented the door here somewhere, right? No. That seems odd. Nobody in there. Okay, so it's not there. Take a pile of damage. Thank you, safe fall. Only half damage. Nobody with the right name there. Outside? No. Champion, Hastener. Champion, Master Ranger. Nobody named Inglor. Champ. How about you guys way over here? Did I check you? Champ, Master Ranger. Oh, I'll heal eventually anyway. Here, I just gotta sit to heal. Now, these things, it said, go to Inglor and Cathal Valley. In the Central Keep. Oh. Oh, you're kidding me. So I can get all these rewards, the rat teeth for hunting the rats, but then I have to make it to the Central Keep? And then it's only good if Hib controls it? That sucketh. Of course, maybe I can sneak in. Who knows? Oh, well, there's a grave here. Somebody's come here. Well, you've never played the game. It's not hard. Kevin plays one game, No Man's Sky, and all things are compared to No Man's Sky for points of reference, which is fine. But, oh look, levitators. He hasn't tried a PvP game, and he hasn't tried a leveled game. Yeah, I just found my, I'll cover up the number, but I just found my registration card for EverQuest 2. I might have to try that still if the game's going too. Don't know if I ever did try it. Okay, we are now past the mile gate. It is more likely that I will meet somebody who will just randomly kill me. Yes. Little rush of, oh, what's the chemical you get in your brain when you succeed at something? Really? Realm rank 7. Wow. I am going to blindly assume that at level 39, if I meet anybody else, they will probably kill me. and dopamine. That's what I'm thinking about. You get a little hit of dopamine every time you hit a level, and when you have a good fight or hit another realm rank or something like that. It's this little addictive rush that game makers know all about. So I'm going to assume if I meet anybody here, they're going to kill me out of hand. I'm level 35. If they're here, unless they're also level 35 and just arrived, they're probably higher level than me. So I'm going to ignore that. I'm just going to run around and assume, like, you know, nobody else is here. I think that it would take you a bit, Kevin, to get used to PvP. Oh, well, hello. I don't even remember what it looks like up the valley here. Hopefully Hib does own it. That would simplify things. Because it's not like I'm here in Molvik, reskinned to be Cathal Valley, because I particularly want to be here. I'm here because I want to level up to 39, and then I want to be here. Okay. I haven't done any more crafting since. If you want dull for gameplay, actual Kevin, crafting in DAOC more than exceeds the dull standard. Oh joy, yes. I might need to do that down the road. I might need to make an armor smith and everything else just to see if it's feasible, at least to get high enough to make stuff for my low-level characters. I don't even remember how you get up there. You just run straight up? I mean, I want to see a flag first. Preferably a green one. That would simplify things. I don't think I can take the keep solo. No flag. Nada. Squat. Okay. We will sneak up slowly. Not that my stealth is anything worth mentioning. I am at 16 stealth right now at level 35, so I should be obvious to just about anything that has a check on stealth. Come on, show me a guard. That's looking very tree-like. And that is a ranger, so we're okay. Good. Now. Oh, the Hibernian Starter Guild even opens it, or owns it. No, no. That is more exciting than what I'm talking about here. I'll have to show you some crafting at some point. Come on. Okay, where is this NPC? Do you know? I'm in the Central Keep. The one that I turned the rat teeth into in Molvik, nay, Cathal Valley. Mulgore or something? Just a sec. Inglor. Well, I'll try the Keep Lord or whatever, if there is one. Maybe that's Inglor. Maybe there's no Keep Lord, although how do you take a keep without a Keep Lord to defeat? It wouldn't seem right. That would be non-traditional. Wouldn't like that. There was somebody there. If I can find my mouse, I can turn. Inglor! Got him! Nope, it's here. Inglore. 5 rat teeth, dude. What do I get for that? 4 bubbles. 3 bubbles and a bit. This day got better already. Yeah, because, you know, when somebody brings me a pile of animal teeth, it just makes my day. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I'm lazy. There. Not too much damage. I may write some code in there to just turn that one off for you specifically. Okay, I should heal. I should buff. There might be an enemy out there. But now I know if I hunt a few rats, I can go up a level. Basically 5. So I'd need to do 5, 10 of those things minus whatever I get experience for. Whatever I get in terms of experience for leveling up those. Or I'll have to root around and get you some surprise animation. I don't know what. I'll have to figure it out. However, you are the only person that does anything with my tremendous amount of time I spend scripting all this stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 viewers. And it's finding... No, 6 viewers. And it's finding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the bots. And if I compare that to chat, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bots. Good. Okay. So it's working. For those of you who don't know, I wrote a script that goes and looks at the current viewer chat there, and no, you got to use lowercase. Sorry, I haven't written a thing in there to change it. So try bang TR in lowercase, not uppercase. There you go. See? What I've got to do is go in there and write something that takes uppercase and changes it to lowercase. It's trivial to do, I'm sure. I've just got to figure it out. So now, in addition to that bot, which is running on another computer and monitoring chat, I have a new one, which is just checking for bots. And it's actually misnamed because it's showing me the viewers, and then if it identifies a bot off of a list of bots I've built up, it marks that. And I see when new people come in every 5 minutes or so. So that's very cool. Hello, the people who just came in. I am in, well, it's Molvik because it's level 35 to 39, but it's a Cathal Valley map because Phoenix. I don't know why they changed it. They changed the Thidranki map, which is an awesome little map, to the Molvik map, and that makes it really hard to play in because there's too many guards and stuff like that for people at that level. And then they changed this one to, yeah. Yeah, I can bet that. I went to somewhere we got it wasn't Mexican food, it was like ramen or something, and they said, you know, do you want some spice on it because it's really mild otherwise. It's okay, sure. And they put in like the mild next up from mild spice, and my brain just about caught fire and the roof of my mouth almost fell off and everything else. I don't mind a little spice, but yeah, no, not a lot. Okay, so it's not so exciting unless somebody else shows up, but I'm not prepared to fight them if they show up until I go up at least a level or 2. I'm just going to get trashed. So I'm going to go back to shooting rats, as exciting as that is, I know, and hope not to get ganked, and we'll take it from there. thanks to the people that have shown up here. Some of you I haven't seen before, I don't think, and others I have, of course. Nice to have an audience. And now I've got a little... Still needs work, but I got a little script that helps me with that. So that's cool. And I have to work on another one. If you see the little animated triangle thing that's down there, I can take that out now. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Well, I'm expecting it to be, but if nobody's there, no fest. And I expect to get ganked. I don't expect to gank anyone myself just yet. Although I will go, let me kill a few rats, and then I will go take a look and see if anybody else is showing up here. It's not quite the same thing. I am killing giant rats, yes. These are not NPC-controlled players. Usually the ganking refers to getting killed by other players in a fight you can't win. Like, I'm level 35 now. If a level 39 berserker runs in on me from behind, I'll be toast in 3 seconds. If I'm lucky, I'll last that long. So, that gave me a rat tooth. Yay for rat teeth. Just what I always wanted. I would like better bow damage, too. This is really lame. Oh, I need a better dagger, too. That's what I need. Maybe I picked one up here somewhere. That's probably better. I really have no desire to find out in the real world. Did I? Wow. I must have dodged a lot. I'm a lurricane. A savage ought to be able to treat me like kindling and snap me over their knee. I probably have the tensile strength of kindling. Okay, can we hit a rat back there? Target is out of range. We cannot. How about there? Target is in range. We can. I'm not doing the best damage or anything like that, but I sure do quick damage. Apparently some people are speccing rangers as melee only. I guess they have like archery 1 or 2 so they can pull while they're leveling, but when they get to 50, drop it all and just do melee. I can't see any advantage to doing that. Yes, the more damage per swing, I know. And because I'm using 2 weapons, it's the speed is the average of the 2, right? Oh, fine. Closer rat. $365, that's not bad. 162 is not great. Can we squeeze one more in? We can. Well, for Midgard, I know with the Shadow Blade, they were always saying that you wanted really quick weapon as your offhand and a really slow weapon as your main hand, because the speed you swung at was the average of the two. So the main hand weapon would do the same damage it normally did, but it would do it at the speed of the mid chance. Yeah. 50% chance to swing twice. 25. Yeah. Okay. Savages are weird. Oh, I've discovered I do have altitis here too. I started a Furby Blade Master too. I saw they could climb walls and thought, yeah, that would be cool to try a tank again. Come on, shoot. Or don't. Kill animal creatures, level 1. I have a ton of phoenix eggs I can turn in too. Okay. And 3 tasks. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a pile of weird ones. It's, like, Veil Walker is strange too. Well, that's the thing I didn't like about Savage, was the spending your own health to get bonuses. I don't like spending my health on anything. Mind you, I liked Vampire, and that sort of did that. No, Vampire, it ramped up based on how much damage you did. I have to say, Vampire was one of my favorite classes on live. I wish they had them here. I know people didn't like them. Well, more correctly, they didn't like fighting them. Oh, 2 of those. Good. But, oh, and my buffs are down. Joy. Oh, that's still running nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 viewers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bots. Cool. Yeah, I know. And maybe that's why they're not included. But I did like them. They were fun to play. That's what I was checking, was how many rat teeth I have. One more for my good measure. Boom. If it wasn't for the fact that these characters are still leveling up, I would go and make sure I bought good weapons off the market. Go into housing and just pay the price. But when you're going to level out of a weapon in, you know, an hour or 2 or something like that, it doesn't seem like there's much point. I guess there's nobody in Cathal Valley that I can turn the branches of Hibernia into, is there? Oh, I've only got 24 of them. I thought I had more than that. Yeah, well, that's the joy of, where is the keep here? Yeah, back that way. Is that right? I'm gonna go see what this stuff is worth. How many rat teeth did I get there? 4. Oh well. 2 bubbles maybe. Okay. Well, I knew there was the 2 Dock Masters. I only go to the one close to the Frontier Keeps. But that's just because I figure if I go to the one out in Immenmacher or wherever it is, that I'm going to get ganked anyway. Or is it the 2 that are nearest the... Yeah, I mean, I know when I run around on the frontiers, I'm going to get killed by somebody. Almost guaranteed. I go out assuming I'm going to. And when I get to 50, you know, my time will come and we'll fix that. Now, when I'm in this village up here, all the NPCs are aggro on me. Is that because I've got to get faction with them somehow? Or they just aggro and that's it? I got to kill them or ignore them. Because I don't remember that from before. Yes, I've heard that there's some RVR missions that I can get credit for now too, because I reached 35. Man, this is slow. Okay. Okay. I thought maybe I might eventually be able to sell to them and not have to run all the way back to the keep if I could get faction with them or something like that. That's something I don't miss from EverQuest. Pretty sure I had to do stuff like that there too. Get EverQuest with a merchant before you... Or get faction with a merchant before you could sell anything. Which gets very tiresome. It's funny, I like this zone. But I only really like it from the Midgard perspective. I played it more there. I've only played it in... Well, actually, this is the second time I think I've been here on a Hib. But I could be wrong. Oh, he was upstairs, right. The problem when when you're playing in a window and you use your right mouse button to turn is that sometimes your mouse goes outside. I just fell, did I? No. Goes outside the window and then suddenly you're not turning, you're just stuck there for a second. All this to give him 4 teeth, right? Oh, it's the wrong person. I'm going to the... Oh, idiot, idiot, idiot. I gotta go to the central keep for that. Yeah, okay, so I take a damage hit. But oh, I just about died. Haha. That would have been funny. That's how you end up with these tombstones in the center of the keep. Okay. I will not be as stupid. Yeah, I'm too used to playing on full screen on one monitor, and then it just doesn't, you know, concern me at all. But now I've got 2 monitors, and I'm playing in a window, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows on this computer and 1 on the other open. And trying to monitor a whole pile of stuff. It's quite funny. Okay, good enough. There's got to be a trainer out here. There he is. You can have my 1111 phoenix eggs. What'll that do for me? You don't... That was it? Wow. That's not actually all that impressive. Okay. How about task completion items? I have some. I'll turn them in. I need 3. I don't have enough for that. Okay. That was singularly unimpressive. I could have hoped for the rat's feet. Or teeth or whatever. And we want the hastener. Oh, no, no, no. I gotta sell. I got junk and I'm gonna get loaded down with it if I don't sell it to somebody. Recharger. Poison merchant. There we go. That'll do. Although what's self-respecting assassin type doesn't make their own poison. We'll keep that for the moment. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then just... Oh! That's more rat bone. Oh, rat bones. Are rat bones collected, anybody? No. Goodbye, rat bones. Rat fur? No. Goodbye, rat fur. Goodbye, rat fur, my old friend. Your slash, that's no good. No good, no good. I think we got a better necklace, so that's no good. No. Get rid of that, that. Okay, so rat fur on, or rat teeth on page 3, 4 of them. Okay. Don't run into the NPCs and get aggroed and get killed just because you're not paying attention. I've done that enough. Right? Right. And we all get, long wind automatically now or something? I forgot about that. No. Run. Yeah, so less waiting for endurance. I tell you, on live, early on, soloing a melee character was just positively painful. You could kill stuff nice and quick, and then there'd be this long pause. It's terrible. What's it cost per mount? I've only seen 1 or 2 people with them. Is it a long quest or something? I was figuring I'd go get one. What do you consider to be expensive? Holy crap. For 1 mount. So if I've got 5 characters, they expect me to do that? Oh, really? Oh, well, that sucks. That seems like unnecessary hardship. Now, it does mean that you have to run everywhere, and that makes it a bigger world. See, I've been almost everywhere in Midgard at one point or another with a character, even like the back corners of Muspelheim and stuff like that. I haven't in Hibernia, and I haven't in Albion. There's lots of places I've never seen. And certainly the Shrouded Isles side of those things I haven't seen. So there's tons of PvE world for me to investigate here. And I'm looking forward to doing that too. I've never seen the big raid dungeon on Albion or here. What's it called? Galadoria or something? Never seen either of those. Midgard just took. Midgard still has Darkness Falls. The entire history of this character, which is not that long, played 1 day, 4 hours, 40 minutes, and 3 seconds. The entire history of this... Why did I do that? Entire history of this character, Hibernia has never had Darkness Falls. Oh, of course, when I didn't play. That's hilarious. I really would like to get into Darkness Falls with practically any of my characters because I like leveling there. Well, the thing with mids really is that there's less places to level, right? Darkness Falls is one of the better places for mids to level, whereas Hibernia and Albion have other places that are better off, basically. Now, I don't know if that's still true here. They may have changed stuff. Okay, so 36 on that. And I have just been basically upping my damage here, but maybe I should up my... Thank you. Drums, we used to say. Well, on the mid side. Maybe I should be upping my stealth, just because I might need it someday. I can go to there. 16, sure. We'll do that for the moment. I will not just cavalierly fall off and almost die this time. I'll wait till I'm at least halfway down before I do that. I don't know how people play... Boom. There. Minor damage. So now we have turned in everything. We are one more level up. It is time to go look at the other realms there. Let's see if anybody's here. No? Okay. I remember when they introduced falling damage to the game. It was hilarious. I read the patch notes. They said there was falling damage added to the game, because before that there was no falling damage. You could jump off of anything, fall as far as you wanted, and you just landed. That was it. And I logged in on, I think it was my warrior. Anyway, they were in Svasudfast in Midgard on the frontier, and I logged in and all I saw was falling trolls, because they were running up on the battlements and jumping off, and running up on the battlements and jumping off, so everybody could see who took the most damage. And then they were yelling out the damage they took if it didn't kill them. And there was graves everywhere. It was really funny. That was fairly early on, too, I think. I'm not sure we must have had realm ranks by then. Yep. So we're going to go look at the Midgard side, because, well, I like Midgard, so if I get a chance to kill them, why not, right? Except that I probably won't, because I'll probably die. It's really funny, actually, because here I am decrying the capabilities of this character. I don't really know if she's any good or not. And certainly she hasn't been equipped to be any good. She's just got raw gear and stuff. But on live, I positively hated Rangers and Nightshades and, well, Scouts, any stealther, even though I like playing stealthers. I positively hated them because it always seemed to me like they were grossly overpowered and I was underpowered. Unless I won, in which case I didn't think about it much, you know. Oh yeah, of course I won. But Nightshades in particular are really nasty. And Rangers should be quite powerful, I'm told. But they've just nerfed our archery damage. Not just Rangers, everybody's archery damage, apparently. So that's not going to go over very well. Oh, I don't think I can climb these, can I? I don't even know if I can climb. I don't think I can. No. Of course they did. I rolled a ranger. If I hadn't rolled a ranger, then that wouldn't have happened. It's my fault. You know how it works. Don't actually think anybody's here. Well, that was always the thing, was that you know, certain classes got greatly nerfed in comparison to others. And I don't recall hearing that Scout's archery damage was terrible or anything. Now, I'm realizing when I come in here that I'm thinking of it as live and thinking, okay, well, I'll go to where the big quest areas are because that's where I'll find people. But I don't think they've got any of the quests in these zones, so I don't know if anybody would bother leveling up on the plateau here. I'll run it and find out. Valley Ghost. Yeah, I know. I know. I should try playing a scout sometime too. Yeah, hello, Juan Carlson, by the way. Hello. Thanks. Yeah, this is what I'm discovering. I went into Thid with this character and there was nobody there. And now I'm here in Molvik, even though it's the Cathal Valley map, and not seeing anybody. And when I've tried a Who, there's been nobody here or anything. It's really kind of disappointing. Somebody I was talking to said that it's probably the result of... I guess I don't need to stealth. If I don't stealth and they find me, at least I'll know if somebody's here. The result of that PvP event they had, for PvP leveling event they had, that everybody got characters up to 50 quickly, which is great. Means you've got a good RVR pool of people out there, but that people haven't been leveling up their alts as much since. Because if they want to RVR, they go get their fix on whatever their main is. I unfortunately, well, this is my main at the moment anyway. She's 36 now, and I think my next character I've got is at level 30. Right. Okay. So they want to get everybody up to high realm rank and get the realm war going nicely and everything, which is fine. That's what this game is driven by. But yeah. Okay. Well, see, I've heard that criticized as being a stupid maneuver because, amongst other things, the keeps in Molvik have more guards on them than players of I mean, translated down to Thid level. They've still got more guards on them than a lot of players want to take out. Well, they still changed the Molvik map, and they still changed Cathal Valley to, or Molvik to Cathal Valley, and that, I'm sorry to say, seems rather stupid. It's a great little map, and it's perfectly suited to characters that level up to 24. I mean, at 24, you don't have all the resists. Some classes are weaker than others, admittedly, but it was great gameplay. And and there's not as much CC. There's not as much CC resistance, of course, either. But it's I don't know. Thid was always one of my favorite things to level at, and they've got XP off here, right? You could turn your XP off, so you could get to Thid and you could stay there, but there's nobody there. I used to have a Thid character and a Molvik character most of the time. Certainly a Thid character in any realm I was playing in. I'd get somebody up to play around in Thid, even if they weren't any good. For the benefit of actual Kevin, who's probably, if he's still listening to this here, completely lost. Oh no, he's left. Okay, well, I was going to say I'd explain what Thidranki meant and what Molvik and Cathal Valley and everything else is, but you guys probably all know. So for the faces, the benefit of the new people that are here that I don't recall seeing before, and there's 3 or 4 of you there, I am a longtime DAOC player, but I played almost exclusively on Midgard. I played on Midgard Percival for the first 5-6 years of the game, and then I kind of lost track of it. And then I came back, and then they turned it to free-to-play, and I couldn't access some of my characters. But I thought, well, I'll play the ones that I can. And then this is where the rats are, isn't it? Yes, rats, lovely rats. Then I decided, well, I'm going to play on Hibernia this time, because I really don't know it. And there's a ton of Hibernia I have never seen, and therefore it should be sort of like getting a whole new game. And it has been, more or less. I mean, there's a ton of stuff I don't know. Oh, and then I had people come into chat and say, oh, you should be playing on Phoenix. So I moved to Phoenix, and that's where I am here now. I like the way it blows the rat into the air there. That's funny. I think we'll sit for a second. Oh, and I own my buffs up. I'm an idiot. Insufficient coffee and operator error. Oh, good question. I should be putting those up too, shouldn't I? I have tons of them. Yeah. Plus, so does putting up your buff, right? I've got the potions there. I just keep forgetting about the suckers. Not too bright. There, much better. That'll help a lot with damage, too. Face, bow, go. Target is in range. Okay, you're not going to let me get another one off. I thought maybe. I selected a rat. Come on. Okay, that damage doesn't seem too bad. Maybe it's just some other factor. And it's not me, like I'm not noticing it as much, because, I mean, that was certainly... Oh, of course, I've got the fire up now. That helps. Maybe the nerf that we experienced isn't that bad when you take into account these. So, not going to be that bad for leveling, but worse for PvP. But then, I always found that archers did like massive amounts of damage in PvP that they didn't do when you were leveling up at all. Which is ironic, given that, you know, in PvP, most players, if they're smart, have their characters templated properly to avoid the damage. We're not going to get that one. Do like that rat bouncing off like that. Good. I did do some of them on live. Probably not the same tasks, but I did some of the things on Alan Vannon that were little quests, and they were enormous fun. I did like those. Well, not enormous fun, but they were fun. I forgot to check how many rat teeth I had. So that's the whole point of this. Let's see. 2 rat teeth. Give me your rat tooth. Nope. Show me your teeth. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, that's good. The only way to do the crafting stuff, as far as I'm concerned, is to set yourself a goal of, I will get to 400, and that's it. Oh yeah, I heard about this craft queue thing. If you're not using that, you apparently should be. I said that. Boom. Thank you. Okay, I haven't used this craft queue thing. I got the 597 cloth working, fletching, and woodworking, the old-fashioned press on the button hard way. And then one of you guys here said, oh yeah, use that. So I haven't tried that yet. I'll have to look into it. Base, boom, go, and out of range. In range. There we go. I want more teeth. Yeah, I got LGM on one thing, I think, in live. But I had a very, very bad case of altitis. I was constantly rolling alts, and then, you know, you run out of space, you get rid of them. So I leveled up some people to do most of that for me. I didn't do armor crafting because my wife had a character who was Legendary Grandmaster Armorsmith. But I leveled up I think a weapon crafter to 600, 700, something like that. I don't think he ever got Legendary Grandmaster, and I had an alchemist to LGM I think alchemist. Might have been my spellcrafter. I can't remember. I think it was my alchemist. But the crafting system in this game is anything but exciting. Can you hit that one? You can. Oh, I'm not great at PvP, no. But I've played so many games with better crafting systems. The crafting system in Star Wars Galaxies is the best one I've ever seen in a game. It was really, really good. And I spent most of my time playing a crafter there. Oh, it's very useful. It's just boring to level up. And if somebody makes a masterpiece item here, whatever it might be, it's the same as anybody else's masterpiece item. The crafting system in Star Wars Galaxies, because each of the component minerals that you had to mine to build stuff could be different from every other one. You could have, you know, a pool of a particular type of metal that was used to make a weapon or something like that nobody else got a hold of, or they ran out of because they used it all up, and you still had some, and you could be producing the best blaster or something like that, or the best rifle on the entire server, and nobody could touch you until a better resource came along. And those were randomized, and people didn't always discover them, and yeah, it was really, really brilliant. Not that exciting to level up either, I admit, but you can macro a little bit of it to not to prevent you from clicking buttons, but to let you click less buttons. Yeah, it really is. I might do some Twitch broadcasts of that too. I just haven't decided if I want to or not. And then decide what server to play on, because there's lots of servers available for that. What are we at for rat teeth now? 5, hey. That's not as much. Yeah, with Star Wars Galaxies, everything, there was stuff that was dropped, I admit that, but just about everything that a player used was made by another player. The whole economy was player driven. They did add some drops that came in and stuff, but most of those drops were used. You get a dropped item like that, and you would take it to a crafter and get them to make you something from it. So it would be a component. You needed to get crate dragon teeth in order to make a particular type of rifle or something like that. Therefore, the whole system of economy and everything was kind of tied together. Crafters needed components that only came from combat classes that went out and hunted for stuff to bring it back, so that the combat classes could get stuff from the crafters that the crafters made. And it all's really nice. Oh, yes. EVE Online, Spreadsheet Online, I've heard it called. I have tried to get into that a couple of times and just lost my entire mind trying to figure it out. I'm sure it's not as bad as it looked, but boy, that game looked like it didn't have a learning curve. It had a learning wall. But yes, that's the only game that has its own game company economist studying it at all times, as far as I know. And quite cool. Well, if you're into it, EVE Online is a fantastic PvP game, right? But it's a real gamble, too. Yeah, and you really need to be lucky when you join the corporation, and hope that you don't just get wiped out by, you know, the goofs or somebody coming along and just trashing 40 systems. Or somebody doing things like joining the corporation, rising in the ranks, and then stealing all the money out of it, too. I mean, there's been all sorts of great stuff like that people have done. That I really admire, that somebody's figured out how to do this and the game will do it and stuff. But it would suck to be there at the time. And have all your, you know, a year's worth of work on a space station disappear because somebody blew it up. Or yeah, the EVE Online is a thing unto itself. And I really wish I'd gotten into it, because I do like crafting systems, and it's supposed to have a fantastic system, and I do like economic systems, and it's supposed to have a fantastic system, but it was just too much to try and absorb for me. Or maybe I've just gotten lazy in my old age. There's probably an element of that. I'm playing games that I know already because, you know, I don't want to learn a new one. Well, 6 rat teeth. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people there, and somebody new. Hello, new person. You'll know who you are. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The real purpose of this new bot, 6 bots. I have a new script I'm running in a DOS window here that goes and looks at the viewer stream chat for the viewers list, and then it goes and loads up a list of bots from a file that I've gotten from a website that I've gone to. So I've got the 180, currently the 180 top active bots in a text file, and it goes through and filters out the list so I can see how many people are viewers and how many people are bots, because there's no way to distinguish that comes from Twitch. It's not like they color them differently in chat or something. And Twitch has to know who they are, but they just don't bother. So I want to figure it out, because there's no point in having really long conversations if there's no people there. And the real people get lost in the list of bots when half the population is bots. So I figured it was better to try and find myself a solution for that. And I'll keep refining it, but I'm glad to see. I just finished it today, and I'm glad to see it's working. So I'm not going to mention you if you don't talk in chat, because I know people like to lurk. Or they may be busy and just listening to this in the background. But I do like to see that there's an audience, and I'd like to know who is most likely really an audience and not just somebody's attempt at text-to-speech analysis for selling to advertising, or weird prize gathering thing, or Sully Gnome's or Devin Nash's information gathering and stuff like that, because all that stuff's happening with bots too. Sully Gnome maintains Twitch stats, and is a neat site if you're interested in all the statistics behind this thing. And then Devin Nash, for his agency, has a bot that goes out and tracks, I think, every Twitch channel that's over 10 people. I know. No, I will not buy more viewers. I will not participate in a follow-for-follow scheme, and I will not pay to have more. It's just all a waste of time, and I know you know that. I said that the last time, I think. I hate that sort of stuff. It's just so false. I mean, I want somebody to come here and spend time with me because they like spending time with me. I don't want the illusion that people are there because I have, you know, 2,000 followers. Well, no, what matters is how many people show up in the window and chat or listen or whatever. No, get that one off. Thank you. I admit I would like to get to 100 followers just because that seems like a nice round number, but it is ultimately meaningless. What matters is who shows up and who is interested and who I can interact with, that sort of thing. Excuse me. How many rat teeth we got now? 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be 4 bubbles probably, and almost 900 of those. Those aren't doing as well as I thought they would. Ring. Oh, I could use a better ring. Oh. Sure. Oh. Excuse me. And that is a slash weapon. Just a sec here. Okay, well, back to rat page. I'll get 10 and see what that gets me. See, the thing is, when those follower for follower type deals come along, they post the chat, but they almost always post an URL, and Nightbot blocks them, so you guys don't see them. But I get those probably once a broadcast, and that will be one of these bots probably that randomly joins and leaves channels so they can spam their ads. Nope. Yeah, I don't watch enough streams. I should watch more of them. Oh, I did figure out something here. Forgive me while I, nothing's threatening me here. While I go full screen, I did figure out that I can display the fonts that I make for fantasy fonts and stuff like that on screen here, and they get rendered properly. So that's the Ashwadi one. That is a font created based on the shapes of Kufic Arabic, but not anything to do with Kufic Arabic because I don't read Arabic, and it's because it's written left to right. And this is called Karakitai, and it is a Chinese language font or writing system that was used by the Mongols for about 300 years, and it bears no relation to Chinese of any sort. They just took the shapes and they turned it into a syllabary. So that actually says Karahitai. And I figured out just the other day that I can display these on here, which is kind of cool. So, oops, boom. So back to our regular scheduled program, but I thought I'd show that stuff off. That's neat. I have dozens of them. If you're like a pen and paper role player and you're building your own world and you want something to augment your maps or confuse your players or whatever, I have dozens of different writing systems I've created as fonts so that you can use them on your computer. They will not work on the web or the phone. Phones, because you can't load your own fonts onto them unless you've jailbroken them. But other people won't have them. But they will work in, RIP materials and documents and PDFs and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. What happened is I started off playing lots of role-playing games like D&D and Empire of the Petal Throne and RuneQuest and stuff like that with people, GURPS. And I decided I didn't like any of them and that I was going to build my own game system. So I started writing it, and it's somewhere around here. 130 pages of it, not done yet. Still keep refining it every once in a while. I've been at it for forever, decades. And it'll probably never get finished. But in the process of that, I thought, well, I should create a world to go with it too. So I drew up a map, and I came up with an idea for cultures and everything else like that. And then I thought, well, I should really work out, I'm a linguistics major, I should work out the languages, and I should at least come up with the way the names work and make them distinct for each culture. Then I got into that process and thought, well, yeah, I know, but it doesn't look really right unless you've got a writing system. So I should figure out how to do the writing system. So I figured out how to do the writing system, and I still haven't figured out the languages. And the map is still on a piece of cardboard somewhere around here, and the notes are still in some book somewhere, handwritten. And that's never gone anywhere. I got stuck on the language and writing system creation process. Because it's fascinating if you're a language nerd. I digress just a bit. Oh, we have our 10 rat teeth. That's not going well. No, that's going badly. Ah. Go. C'est mort. Damn that rat. Okay, release. Come on. There we go. Okay, there should be a healer somewhere here, right? Probably over here. Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course I'll pay the tax. Thank you. And then we'll take those buffs right back again. Oh, well, in a few seconds. I suppose I have these. I could just turn them in now. That didn't get me a lot. I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. I think it is the fact that I am talking. I'm in an office full of a lot of electronics, and it's almost sort of allergy season. And now we can sprint. Funny, you get complacent. Normally, when I was playing a stealther here, I would, very carefully stealth up to the mile wall, jump over the side while stealthed. Now it's like, whatever, there's nobody else in zone. That's when you meet somebody else in zone and they kill you. When you get complacent. Now, the rats were over here. No, the rats were down here. So, my grave should be down here. And I'll take every little bit I can get. Yo, rats. Yeah. Yeah. That me? That's me. Hey. Right. Thank you. And now we're off to see Inglor. So this is probably where, if I'm going to meet an enemy player that's going to gank me, this is when it's going to happen. It's when I'm blindly running across the zone without paying any attention, without being cautious, without stealthing, and just assuming nobody's here. And that's when you meet, you know, the best up-and-coming Shadow Blade or Scout or something like that. I always thought the experience totals way they work in this game are just insane. I mean, I prayed at my grave and I get just this tiny fraction of a line, probably not even a bubble's worth of a line back from it. And it's 28,942,266 experience points that I got back. When I passed in those Phoenix eggs, I got 207 million or something, and some odd number. What is the point of those? I mean, they could easily translate that to say I got 28.9 or 28.95 or something like that. They could have rounded all this stuff. And yeah, so, you know, you got that much experience, crosses the whole screen or fills the chat window. And, you know, you moved a bubble. Allow me to contain my excitement. Yeah, this whole valley here to the keep was filled with mobs, wasn't it? On live. So they've stripped out a lot of stuff. I mean, I imagine they'll add some of it back in as they figure things out, but they stripped out a lot of it here. I'm not sure that leveling here is any better, really. Well, we'll see when I turn in the 10 rat teeth, but the biggest disappointment is that there's nobody else here. So if nobody else is showing up here at all, then I am not going to have any people to play with. Try to kill them while they try to kill me, etc. Not have anybody to play along with while we all try to kill each other. Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. I just thought I would try this to see if anybody was here and, you know, what it was like leveling here. Excuse me. Their purpose is to get everybody to level 50, I'm sure, so that we all RVR on the frontiers and they get bigger numbers and bigger battles, and that'll keep the population going, because that's why people come to this game, is to have the big fights. Or if you're into it, 8-man or whatever. So I guess making the battleground somewhere where everybody would want to spend time is not really in the interest of the people running the server, because they'll end up with the permanent Thidranki crowd, right? Oh, it's 10 rat teeth I'm handing in, sorry. Okay, well that got me a pretty big chunk. And the rest of that is stuff I can sell. Right. So we are at 36.6. And it's just a matter of ratting on. The rats return there is actually pretty good. I mean, if I go to New Frontiers, the rewards for that are the quests on the frontiers, like drakes and things like that, are pretty good at the start, but they wear off rather quickly over the range, and then you have to get a lot of them to get any more. The rats are actually doing pretty good here, and since it's a short level range, they can't wear out too much, I think. By wear out, I mean that, you know, when you first started the drakes in... Oh no, the drakes aren't in New Frontiers. Whatever it was I first hunted in New Frontiers in Hibernia here, and I'm just following what people said to do and what I did in a group there. They started off pretty much one reward that you turned in gave you one bubble, I think. And that's really good. And then the next level, it's, well, okay, I got to do like 2 to get a bubble, and then 4, and then 8, and it gets a lot slower. That's all I mean, diminishing returns on turning these things in. Well, I started here at 35, and I am now 36 and turned those in, and 10 of them got me 4 bubbles. So that's not bad. I got 4 bubbles to go. I get 10 more rat teeth and turn them in again, and I'll be 37. I think that's quicker than it is in New Frontiers. Once I get to 39, though, and I mean, hopefully somebody's come in here in that time and we can have a fight or two. But if not, then going back there is, yeah, then going back there will be better, I think, in the end, for 40 to whatever. I actually hope they have another PvP event, PvP leveling event like they did, and then I can crank a few characters up to 50. That would be really nice. That was it was a bit of a grind, joining groups and going out and killing and dying and going back and everything else like that. But you leveled up so quickly, and you got RPs while you were at it, and that made it really, really a great thing, I think. That's the way I'm going right there. Well, I would level up the characters that I've got already. I get this girl up to 50, and I'd get my Shadow Blade up to 50. I have a terrible case of alt-itis. I really do. So I have at the moment all in there like 15 to 20 range or something like that. Just on Hibernia here, I have an Enchanter. No, not an Enchanter. An Eldritch. I have a Hero. I have a Nightshade. I have a Blade Master, and I'm probably going to try an Animist. Oh, the last event... Oh, you did. That's right. You're right. I started at level 1 because that was... I came on to the server, to Phoenix the first time on day 2 of that event. And I started off playing... I don't remember what character I played first. And then after I'd done it for a while, it occurred to me, hang on, this is the best opportunity I'm ever going to get to level up a Shadow Blade, who are otherwise a real pain to level up. So I should... oh, what am I doing? I'm running right past the damn rats. Those are all fading. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, I wish I'd come in a day earlier, but yeah, that's just being picky. Yeah, I did. I did come in. And if it has to be a new character, quite honestly, I'd probably delete one of the classes that I've made already that hasn't leveled that far and start all over again, because it wouldn't take very long. I like Hero. I just don't know how good they are in PvP. I'm really liking Blade Master, but again, I don't know how good they are in PvP. Yeah, and it, all in all, it was a great way to get a character up. I would want to finish my Shadow Blade, to get him to 50. But I'd probably want a Nightshade too, to compare. And I like stealthers. I love stealthers. I like playing in groups, but I like playing solo too. And the main reason I like solo is really not that I have anything against playing in groups, but that then I can log in and play on my own time, and if I want to quit, I'm not letting anybody down by leaving. If I want to start, I don't have to wait until everybody's there. You know. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so you're saying if I do get a hero or blade master up, that they actually would be in demands in groups? It's always hard to tell. Yeah, I can see right through that tree. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Midgard on live for a while there. My guild was on Swedish time. That was a little odd. Where are my rat teeth? There we go. Put the rat teeth right up there. No. No, I didn't want to move the branches. I'll move the branches down here. Oh, I don't mind. I've got what I like the most are actually classes with a lot to do. Or classes that are odd combinations, which is what's hard to get groups for. Like in Midgard, I have a healer, but he's an AUG healer. Well, AUG healers are cool, particularly for leveling, and melee groups love them, but generally RVR groups, no. They're like, no, you've got to be able to heal in mez or boot. And when you go into Darkness Falls or somewhere like that with an AUG healer, yeah, well, yeah, that worked really well. That was awesome. I mean, the Animist was doing most of the work, but yeah, okay, good. Glad to hear it. I'd like to re-roll him at some point too. Yeah, for celerity. I have on live. I have Falk, my AUG healer, and I basically soloed him to 50, which is a very slow process, I can tell you. Mostly in Darkness Falls, and I mean he doesn't do very well in PvP. Although he has killed stealthers before, which is really funny when it happens. But it isn't that common. But I also have him with every bit of proccing armor for heals that I can get. Well, see, I got to try an Animist too. Just because I want to understand what's going on there. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I will. Definitely. I love me some heal procs. But particularly on a Lurie or somebody like that, who doesn't have a lot of health to begin with, and therefore not a lot of hit points. I'm gonna want that, I'm sure. My real problem is this. I like all the classes that I play, and I play all the classes. This means that I very seldom get people to 50 quickly, because I'll do it for 2 or 3 different characters at once, whatever the flavors of the day are. And then once I get them leveled up, there's this switch in my brain that goes off. It says, okay, yeah, now it's time to go PvP and get my realm points and find out what high realm rank is like. And, oh, wow, I haven't played a cave shaman in ages. And then I'm rolling up a cave shaman or something. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't actually care. I like PvP and PvE, but I also like variety in gameplay styles and stuff. So monodimensional classes aren't that interesting to me. If the only thing my Berserker does is hack at people with the same 2 attacks and occasionally go berserk, that's kind of dull. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I'm not sure I have... I think I have 1 Realm Rank 5 character on live. But I probably have 10 level 50s. It's kind of silly, actually. I really should learn to stick with a particular character. Target is out of range. Okay, how about you? Are you in range? You're in range. I remember when they announced that there was going to be realm ranks and realm points first, right? You were going to get realm points for killing enemy players, and that would be a score that they would post on this website they were building called the Camelot Herald, I think. And then people said, well, there's got to be more to it than just realm points. Is there something else we get out of it? So they started adding in the realm abilities. And that was a very clever design, I think. It really focuses on rewarding people for PvP, which is neat. But it wasn't part of the game originally. Oh, that's good to know. Didn't know that. Sure. Well, I've got 378 realm points there. I've done nothing to get any more. So I'll just see if that number goes up at all on its own. Oh, no, of course not. No, but in the first days of the game, I don't know how long we're talking here, probably a couple of months or whatever, there was no realm points, there was no realm abilities, of course, because there was no realm points, there was no relics, there was no relic keeps. There were keeps out in the frontiers, but they didn't have any purpose. They were just these abandoned structures that you could run into and run back out again. And, yeah. It'll have to be in New Frontiers, or it'll be if I ever make it into Darkness Falls and get to do a little fighting there. But Darkness Falls, I'll probably mostly be dying, not killing stuff. Because I won't be able to get down. I might be able to steal a few realm points off of people by nailing people as the big folks fight. Wow. Well, that's good. Because the problem on live, as far as I'm concerned, is that it's very difficult to get the realm points because there's so many high realm rank characters out there that just trash you. No problem. I'm probably going to have to stop sometime soon anyway. I'm coughing up a storm here, and I can profitably do some time drinking water and not coughing and not talking and everything else soon, I think. 10 o'clock. I would like to get to... Well, I closed it again. 5 rat teeth should probably give me 2 bubbles. So I would like to get to 37. That would make me feel good. And is a useful sort of mental marker for things. Okay, that's... And the buffs are down. Yeah, I've just got to crank some characters up to top level, and then I can go, you know, do the RVR thing and see how it goes here. It seems to me like, based on my short experience of it, that they have done a far better job with Phoenix here than Mythic did with theirs, server design and everything else. Mind you, Mythic's desire was to get people to spend money, and that's not the case here. Oh, duh. Did put the buffs up. Yeah. It's a matter of what was available, too. I mean, you paid for games then, period. There wasn't very much that was free, and if there was, it wasn't worth playing. That's not the case now because they all want you to play for free so they can try and sell you in-game items and pay to win and stuff like that, which turns me off even more. I would happily pay $15 a month for a game like this if it had just come out and there was nothing like it, and you know, I had new things to discover for the first time. Yeah, I'd do that. I can't pretend I'd be happy about it, but I would. The amount of entertainment I get out of it is far more than I get out of Netflix, because I don't watch that much on Netflix, but I still pay for Netflix, so I mean, that's, you know, whatever it is, 10 bucks a month or 12 bucks a month or whatever. Put up the buffs, you idiot. So it's a matter of return. If I spend 10 hours a week playing this game, that's 40 hours a month. What's my time per hour for entertainment? At $15 a month, it's next to nothing, right? Or I can't do the math in my head, but I mean, 40 cents an hour? Woot. Not a big deal. Well, free shards are different for sure. But one thing I will say about subscription games is this is going to sound terrible. It filters out some of the population who can't afford to play it because they don't have a credit card or whatever. And not the bad thing is you get less population, but it means that people value their account a bit more too. Because it wasn't a free game, and they can't just make a new account with a new email address from somewhere if they lose their account, they're more responsible about their behavior in game to a certain degree. And that tends to me anyway, it seems to have made for meeting better people in a lot of cases. Now, that's not always the case. You can get assholes everywhere. And some of them are perfectly willing to pay for things and have tons of money, and that's all fine and dandy. But I have played some free-to-play games where nobody seemed to give a damn about anything because It didn't matter. It didn't cost them anything. And you didn't get any good sportsmanship out of people. But it's no guarantee. How many rats we got now? 7 teeth. However, that said, the people that I've met here so far are fantastic. And broadly speaking, the people I met throughout DAOC were fantastic people. I played some other games where the PvP contingent wasn't all that nice. You got a lot of teabagging and everything else like that, which is just so juvenile. But that's why I played on the RP servers on live, was because I hoped for a better sort of more mature crowd or something. I don't know. Didn't work out that way, but it was great. Met great people there. And it's just a matter of what you like and don't like. But then that's probably also a difference in my age. I was 40-something when this game came out, and had already been playing games for 20 years on computers. And there was an awful lot of people that were playing their first MMO, and they were, 12. So, different maturity levels. Yep, sure. And the funny thing is, you'd be happy to play with those people if you went to their realm and met them randomly, right? Didn't know who they were. I'm sure. Well, that is a problem. One of the things that they did with this game that Mythic made a mistake with, I'm sure, is they paid too much attention to the PvPers. They should have been paying attention to the PvPers and the PvEers and expanded both games, because you had a choice of what you wanted to play. Yeah, I know. I think that's some of the fun, though, too. Don't know what I hit there. The PvE game lost focus entirely. PvE side lost focus entirely on live over time, because they listened to the PvP players, because the PvP players were having fun, but were also the most loud critics, right? If something was a bad choice, like the archer nerf here not being equal across the three realms, then people are going to speak up about it a lot, and the PvPers are going to notice it first. So they're going to be motivated to be loud, and they're going to talk about it a lot, and they're also going to have all the numbers nerds in there who can delve into all the numbers that are being done and say, this is why it's unfair, it's 4% more here than it is there, and this is why, and this is what you should have done. And game companies listen to that, and then they get focused on improving the PvP game. And that's cool. This has a great PvP game. It's a good thing they did all that. But they ignored the PvE game, and they lost the population because they did that. We used to have a huge percentage of people that played PvE only in this game. Never PvP'd. And you wouldn't think this game would be a candidate for that, but there were. And they were a huge chunk of the subscriber base. And they paid for it regularly. And they liked playing their PvE game and doing the big raids and exploring and leveling up characters. And a lot of them didn't PvP much or at all. Or people that did both, and they got ignored over time, and they stopped subscribing and stopped showing up, and the population died, and that's why the game lost its population on live, basically. I mean, also because it's an older game and people move on, but in a lot of cases it's just because the PvE players left. And I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. How many rat tails we got now? 9. One more trip to Inglor, and I should be able to level up, I hope. I'll be very close. Albion still has the Necro here, right? Can't recall if I've seen one or not. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. Oh, I know. I know. And then we're back to game companies being focused on making money. And that was the worst thing they could have done, I think, was have designed this game so that buffs were as powerful as they were, but provided an incentive for people to have 2 accounts or more. And the cheap response of that is, well, Mythic gets more subscriptions because your buff bot has to have a subscription too. And that's true. I mean, for a long time there, I had more than one account. Or I, you know, got buffs off one of my wife's characters or vice versa. And that it became to the point where you absolutely had to have a buff bot or you could not compete. Well, that rules out a lot of people. It rules out the younger kids who want to play the game and can't afford to, or can't convince their parents to pay for 2 accounts on the credit card. And it rules out anybody who simply can't afford to pay $30 instead of 15 just to play a game. And it turns it into sort of pay to win, which is a thing I don't like in any other game where, you know, oh, well, if you want to win the game, you've got to spend money on your credit card to buy the right loot or whatever. I'm automatically turned off of those games. So that was the big problem with DAOC, was the buff bots, definitely. And the introduction of the NPC ones, yeah. No, I know. And Shaman is one of my favorite characters. I loved playing a cave shaman. But yeah, so I don't know how it is here. I'm leveling up because people have given me the buff draughts of lesser combined forces and improved draught of invigoration and draught of combined forces and everything here. I hope I'm using the right one. Yes, I am. Those are great. And I bought some of them on some of the other characters there. But I don't know how relevant they are to RVR. Yeah, Shaman is not actually an easy class to play, unfortunately. Actually, that's a good thing about DOC, is that most of them, if played well, are not an easy class to play. Because Hib doesn't get as much endurance buff as other realms. I mean, Wardens have it, don't they? And Mentalist? Or Mentalists have the power buff? Mentalists have the power buff. Hello, Inglor, my old friend. Bard, except for Warden, yeah. Does Come on, whatever, rat teeth there. Oh, I had 9 rat teeth. I was looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Well, do people not want wardens or not want to play wardens? Right, okay. So Hib's going to be heavily reliant on bards, is what you're saying. Oh, I'm not all the way down yet. Right. Oh, screw this. There. Oh, I thought they had a group end buff. So who has the group end buff? I liked wardens. And it seemed to me that warden is probably a pretty good class to solo with. Since you've got your own heals and you've got your own end buff and bards. Okay, so everybody needs a bard, and the bard is basically going to spend most of their time going ka-ding, 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 and playing their songs, eh? Right, yeah. Well, yeah, I've got a level 30 some odd bard here that I enjoyed playing, but I basically spent all my time playing the right chant and healing. And that's okay. Yep. Okay, now how do we have 875, so I can dump those. Only have 2 of those. This is the only thing I don't know about Bard, is that I don't know if I want to play the main CC, because it is so easy to blow it in a group by misdoing the CC, and it is so easy to misdo the CC. One of the reasons why I liked Og Healer. Not my job. Why I haven't really played a Sorcerer much. Because they get the CC in Alb, I think. On the other hand, I did have a Minstrel, and I liked Minstrel. Okay, we are going straight across over there. Oh, I don't mind driving. Except that there's a thought. Actually, that's a good point. I don't know Albion very well. So, or Hibernia, rather, very well. Or Albion, for that matter. And I don't know New Frontiers all that well. So I am a lousy person to do the driving for an RVR group of any sort, as Bard or Scald or whatever. I don't mind playing a speed class, and Scald is actually one of my favorite classes, although they're not that good. But I should not be driving, because it's going to be like driving around in the school bus with a driver that has no license and never been there before. You're just going to get lost continuously. So I should maybe avoid that Bard for now until I've played more and get more used to where everything is. Or solo. I mean, my Bard is soloing anyway. He's set up all wrong, I'm sure. Mind you, this girl's set up all wrong too. Look at my spec. I'm 36 archery, 21 Celtic duel, 25 piercing, 16 stealth, 1 pathfinding. Because those buffs are better than what I get from pathfinding. And I can live without the get out of jail free speed buff so far pretty easily. So I'd get a little bit of improvement to my dexterity, I think. My dex is 181 without buffs. But yeah, this is why I'm doing it. Does it make sense for leveling? I've got pots to give me the stats. So why waste the points on it when I could put them into actually doing damage? I got to say, I don't like the Hib styles much at all. Like, I haven't tried blunt since I came back here, so maybe that's okay. But blades, the styles that you get, not very good. They seem to do okay damage, but not very good. The piercing ones, not particularly inspiring. The Celtic Duel is all right, and the um, the spears ones are good. Hi, you don't like me? Okay. You dude, Saralor. Blunt BM. Really? Blunt Master? Um, is that basically playing like two maces and then blunts for a damage style? My God, look, it's another player. Huh. I used to be in a thing in the real world called the Society for Creative Anachronism. And that is a medieval recreationist group where we used to dress in, leather and steel and chainmail armor and stuff like that, and then fight each other with swords made out of rattan and covered with duct tape. And it's, with some exceptions, pretty much full force, great fun. And I had a friend who fought two maces. And, well, if you've got Celtic Duel, then yeah, your offhand would be probably whatever you want, I guess. I don't know how the damage is calculated. Anyway, I had a friend who fought double maces in the real world, and he was remarkably effective with it because a mace actually hits at any angle, right? You don't have to hit with just the tip of a blade or the edge of a blade or something like that. I tried short sword and axe, and that was a lot of fun too. Not a very good combination, but it worked in some circumstances. You could hook somebody else's shield and pull it and then hit them and stuff like that. SCA was enormous fun. Okay. Well, I might look at that. I'm gonna stop playing now real soon, but I will go take a look at the styles for my Blade Master before I quit. Yeah. Yeah, our maces were a chunk of rattan about, I don't know, 2.5 feet long. And then basically you take like a softball or something like that and stick it on the end and then duct tape it. No, they wouldn't have used that. They would have used something lighter than that. I can't remember what they made them out of. Blade Master, where are you, dude? There you are. Play. Okay, this is my Blade Master who has reached the exalted level of 17. And he is currently blades and shield. And I wasn't all that impressed with just sword and shield. Before this I was doing two blades, and I thought I was taking a bit much damage. But this just seems too slow, and doesn't really work. So I think I will try taking a look at how we're going to do this. I can go back to Magmel and run respec there. Just a sec while I'm AFK here. You're probably still, yeah, you'll still get the sound. I'm just checking the care plan for Blade Master to see what blunt styles are like. Any timer. 18. That's not that good either. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at here. Um, yeah, the blades have level 39 any timer, and uh, the highest in blunt is 18, and the highest in piercing is 34. So the only thing is that the growth rate of the any timer for blades at level 39 is 0.8, and the piercing one at level 34 is 0.87, and the any timer for blunt is 0.46. So the damage off of blunt isn't going to be anything in particularly good either. So maybe I'll stick with blades, but the I must have turned everything in recently. Can I give you 2 task tokens, or are you waiting for 3? Oh, turned in 1. So now you're waiting for 2, and I don't have another one. Yeah, I think he needs to be respec back to blades though, because I don't think that the shield spec was all that impressive. Well, that's why I went blades, because blades are based off strength and dex, right? Um, if I went thrust, I would be using the worst choice, wouldn't I? My Actually, my dex isn't all that bad. Is it quickness or dex that it uses? Just strength for blades? I thought that piercing in Hibernia. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I've got to be using 2 blades. And I could ignore. I have nothing in Celtic Duel right now, so that would be bad. Strength and dex for thrust, right, yeah. So if I was a Lurikine, then that's a better option, because I won't have much strength to begin with, but I'll have high dex. This guy's dex is 115, which is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. But still not all that impressive. Okay, I'm going to call it a night. I'd like to thank everybody who came by. I'd like to hopefully see you all again. I see I got a few names showing up on my my thing here that I haven't seen before. Thank you for the follow there. And I'll hopefully see you folks again. I had a great time. I am broadcasting on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And I'm appreciative whenever I've got an audience. So thanks very much. Thank you particularly, Angaram, for the follow there. And thanks for the helpful information from PNA and Strength there. And thank you to Kevin, who was on earlier but is gone now. Have a great night, folks, and we'll see you next time. Tuesday. Should be on Tuesday.